Here we're having a birthday today, so we're going to celebrate that here shortly. Nate.
Tony's son.
Hey, Frankie.
Yeah.
Run in there and get that. Okay. Well, Randy.
Let me find it.
Hey, Randy, where's the camera? I'm hot.
So for those of you wondering what I'm trying to stumble around doing up here, here's kind of the plan. We're going to do this little birthday celebration. We're going to have a business meeting. We'll decide we're going to have the reunion next year. We're going to elect new officers, certainly a secretary and a treasurer. It'll be fairly brief, and then we're going to have the white elephant sale, and then everybody can all say their goodbyes. That's kind of the schedule. And
Hey, you got to pause for a minute for Mom.
Okay.
And Rick. They got something for you.
she's in there working on stuff. You know, we better get her out here first. Yeah, let's celebrate Nate's birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Lee, you have a cigarette lighter on you?
Yeah.
We're going to light some candles here. Okay, Nate Nathaniel Burkett, son of Tony, grandson of Vernon, is having his 7th birthday today. And so we're going to sing happy birthday to him as soon as Tony brings him out.
No, Tony's got him. He's got him around the side. Just go tell Tony to bring
Barry?
Yeah.
He's not there. There he is.
Who's?
This lady right here.
Oh, is it Aunt Marilyn's birthday today?
Lisa.
Okay, well, we'll sing happy birthday to her too then.
It's Tony's too.
Mary Kay's too? Well, I'll be.
Well, I'll be. We're going to hit there'll be a triple header here. Anybody else having a birthday? Nate?
Nate's the only one that's important too, though.
That's right. Nate's the man here. Okay, Nate, the deal is you got to blow out the candles now.
All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nate. Happy birthday to you. Blow them out. Blow. Get them.
Okay, we'll cut that cake and eat it here in a minute. So we got 2 more birthdays, Lisa Ware and Kay, is that right? Okay, let's.
Probably cooler into that.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Lisa and Kay. Happy birthday to you.
That's a Marine.
Who got? All right, here comes Sue. Here comes Sue.
Sue's coming out, but
There goes Kay.
does anyone have any questions about the scavenger hunt? Any questions at all? Okay, so here's Sue.
Mom and Richard got something.
We need to stand up here.
Yes, ma'am. Jenny. Talk. Barry, you're the person she's talking to.
Richard and I have a gift for Barry and Sue for being the host and hostess for this get-together. So.
Open this together. Oh, just what I needed.
This is for me. These are for Barry.
We'll use those at the boys' club down there in my outhouse.
We couldn't find any white ones. So
So if you haven't been to the barn to notice Barry's Father's Day gift this year, be sure to go down there.
So we got
Oh, so, mice have already started. Good, reading material. Can't thank you enough.
I just see Ingrid over here. Welcome, Ingrid. 2 new babies. Scott.
Excuse me just a second. I know he's been the ceremony person, but I'd just like to thank all of you for the gift and tell you now I've got to go.
Okay, we're going to call the meeting to order now. Meeting's officially in session of the Burkett Reunion Committee. So the first order of business, we want to elect a new secretary and treasurer. That job has been held by Sue for the last 3 years. And so the floor is open for nominations.
Patty?
I nominate Andy.
Andy, been nominated. I'll second that motion. Anybody else?
Any more nominations?
Well, we'll close the floor for nominations, and by acclamation, or you're the man.
All right.
We'll have the minutes read here shortly. Maybe we, yeah.
Well, Sue.
Sue will be out here with read the minutes of the last meeting shortly. But what we've decided to do is the secretary treasurer always had the scrapbook and all the photographs and all that stuff too. So we want to separate that. I think it's a good idea to make a historian to be a separate entity, person from the secretary treasurer. So we're going to. I make a motion that we elect a historian for the reunion, Burkett reunion. Lee Burkett's been nominated for the historian.
What if I say no?
Seconded.
You don't have a say in it.
Anybody else? You're the man. Okay, we need the minutes from last year's reunion.
All right. Usually you take the morning of the reunion to write these up, but I was on a scavenger hunt. So then it's not uncommon for the secretary to sit down and sort of put them together before the meeting is called. Unfortunately, that hasn't occurred this year. But one of the most important things from last year's minute was that Sue Burkett accepted this job, and she will, and it's underlined 3 times, be replaced. So going back to that, I have on my dark notes that I will be replaced, that Richard Johnson's grandson is doing better, that Aunt Molly, Lynn, Irene, and Marilyn we're going to be remembered. Barbara has a child that's ill. There's a $3 limit for kids when it comes to the white elephant gifts. Helen Kane was the oldest. Sophia was the youngest. Is this from this year last? Chris was the furthest. There were 38 people in attendance. Next year, the reunion will be in Kentucky. The 3rd weekend in July. Barbara Johnson, Lynn Stalker, not doing well. Shira Burkett is pregnant. Molly is doing okay for 94. Those are the minutes as read. If anybody dares negative comment, do so now. Will they stand as read, Mr. President?
Do we accept those minutes?
Damn right.
All right, we got it. We do have to, speak for just a minute or two about loved ones who aren't with us this year. Of course, the big One we miss is Sue Burkett, who died early January this year. Sort of shocked a lot of us, and she's not with us. Irene Kane, who was a big, used to come to the reunions a lot, she died. Do we have any other deaths that we're overlooking?
Uncle Lynn.
Uncle Lynn died, that's right. Anybody else? Well, we miss those people, and if we could just have a moment of silence in their memory, we'll move on. Thank you. Okay,
We
yes.
sent, the work at Reunion sent flowers to Irene and to Lynn and a donation to Sue's church.
Okay, and how much, well, a treasurer's report, we needed,
We don't.
okay. Okay, what else?
But we've got money.
Well, we've got money, but, so that's the main thing. Yeah, we need to decide where we want to have the reunion next year. So, you know, Indiana was always the place where it was because it's centrally located for everybody. And Saraland Park was a great venue, I think, still is. Of course, we wanted to have it this year because it was 100th anniversary of Grandpa Burkett buying this farm. Actually, the 31st of July will be 100 years. So we're open for discussion on where we want to have the reunion. And it really doesn't matter to me. But just know, wherever we have it, you folks are welcome at this home and this property anytime, because it's your heritage, and we've been honored to have you here this year. So, any comments, any discussion on where we want to have it next year? Yeah, Linda.
I'm in favor of having it back in Indiana because it is more central for everyone, for the people in Kentucky and the people in Illinois and those who may be from Wisconsin or other states too.
That's,
And thank you so much for having it here.
I agree. I mean, I think
Weekend.
it was always there for a reason, and that was the reason. And so I can. That's great. I'll accept that. Any other comments, suggestions?
I second the motion.
Okay, we'll second that motion. It's been made and seconded. Anybody else? So we'll go back to Indiana. Is everybody in favor of going back to Indiana? Just say yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, where do we want to have it in Indiana? That's up, Randy. So Saraland Park, Randy has an inn for us at Saraland Park, and I really like that venue, but I don't know.
I make the motion back there.
Okay. It's, that'll be fine. We'll have Randy reserve that spot for us next year for 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. And we look forward to being back there. Yeah, Lowell.
Indiana, I got a lot of family in Indiana. Aunt Marilyn, last year she couldn't make it to Indiana.
Yeah.
You know, and she's the oldest of the kids. So, I mean, I forgot about Illinois people, but, you know, she'll never make it to Indiana at a reunion, so we need to take that in consideration, I think. You know,
That's a good,
I'm not-
that's a
I
good
probably should have
point.
said something. I kept doing this number, but you know, you need to think about that because she didn't make it last year. Last year we had 38 people. I mean, we have this year.
Yeah. Well, of course, this year was, it was a special deal this year.
You was talking about a place, a bed and breakfast place. You know, here someplace we could try to rent. You know, I just think we ought to take consideration that Marilyn's 82-year-old.
Okay, we'll go back and we'll vote on, we'll have a vote here in a minute, okay? On the two places. And if we want to do it over at Linview Retreat, that's on Tick Ridge, a nice place. That's right across the road from the farm that we grew up on. A lot of people have reunions there. It may be booked. If it's not, we can do that too, so.
Don't know what's come either. My feelings with that Marilyn, she said, let me take that to Susan. Yeah, she's the only lady. Something happened to her.
That's you.
It was 38 for last. I mean, it was there last night. Slow
Okay, just, let's vote on this. Who's in favor of coming to Kentucky in honor of Aunt Marilyn? We can have the reunion here in Kentucky, and then eventually move it back. But I'm probably in favor of that, Lowell. Show you where I stand. Probably should do that, because we certainly want Aunt Marilyn to be at our reunion. She's the last sibling living. So let's do that next year. Okay, Linda? Is that okay? I know we agreed, but let's go back on that agreement and have it down here one more year, and then we'll see. We'll go from there. And I'll try to get the Linview Retreat over at Tick Ridge reserved, and if we can't do it there, we'll either do it here at the Pulaski Park. Okay? Yeah, John.
Is it going to be at the same time?
Be the third weekend in July, as it always is. We'll make sure that we don't make a mistake again this year. Third weekend, not the third Sunday, but the third weekend. The Sunday of the third weekend is the official date.
Be July 19th and 20th.
Okay. July 19th and 20th. Any other Okay, we've discussed the food situation. Are we in favor of going back to the way it's always been, where we have a pitch-in, the reunion committee buys the meat, and we cook it, and then everybody pitches in and brings potluck dishes and that sort of thing? Is that agreeable with everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we'll do that. Next year, the 19th and 20th, hopefully it'll be over at Tick Ridge, Linview Retreat, right across from the Muncie Dairy. Any other comments, questions before we get into the white elephant sale? Okay, I make a motion. We close the business meeting for this year. Wait a minute, Patty's.
What did we decide to do about the president? Did we elect another one, or what's the deal there?
I don't know.
Rotating term.
Yeah, we need another president.
Well, then I make a motion that we elect Mike Stalker. Or nominate Mike Stalker.
There we go.
I second that.
Okay, you'll be back.
Yeah, okay, how about it? Anyway,
Who's president?
Don't you just love him?
okay, any other nominations besides Mike Stalker?
How about Rod Gunther?
Can't, sorry.
I like to nominate Wendell.
Okay, we've got two candidates now. He's nominated Wendell. Do we have a second on Wendell?
You got it.
Okay, so we've got two guys running against each other, two first cousins. It's a blood feud here. Okay, anybody else on the ballot? Any other nominations?
I move nominations be closed.
Okay. All in favor of Mike Stalker, please stand up. Okay, we need a count here. We need a count.
Wendell, I don't think you can vote, Wendell. Wendell, I don't think you can vote, buddy.
I got 26, man.
Hey, Randy, they're standing over there too. Get them.
I got 30. 30? Okay.
Okay, all in favor of Wendell, stand up.
There too.
Congratulations, Mike.
Now, congratulations, Mike Stalker. Okay, so we've what we've done, just, I mean, I'm trying to, this is for me as much as it is for you. I'm trying to figure out what we've done here. We've elected a new secretary and treasurer. Andy, please stand up. Andy Ant is the new secretary and treasurer for the reunion. We've elected a new historian. Lee Burkett, please stand up. And we have elected a new president. Mike Stalker, please stand up. Okay. Yeah. While we're at it, let's elect a new vice president. Well, let's just take, I nominate Wendell again. We just take Wendell and make him the vice president. He came in second. Okay? So stand up, Wendell. Where are you, buddy? There you go. Congratulations. Do we have any other business? Yeah, Sue.
Does that mean he's the head of vice?
I guess. Probably. We got a comedian in every crowd. Okay. Yes, John. Joanne.
You continue the White Elephant auction because it has really been a good thing.
Well, thank you. We'll start that White Elephant auction in a minute. I'm accepting nominations for the meeting, business meeting to close. Any?
Yeah, good news, bad news.
Just in time. It's almost starting.
Stand up.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, good news. I'm sorry, but I mean, I don't do this very well, but any,
You'll do it once a year.
I know it. Any news we want to share. John, what did you have?
I'd like to go on record. I said something about it last night, but I'd like to go on record again, extending our thanks to you and to Sue for having this here. We want to also extend our thanks, and I think I can speak for everybody here for everything that you, as well as anybody else, has had a part in getting everybody together. Thank you, and we appreciate that.
Thank you, John. Okay, any other news? Sue?
You had a grandson this year. You might want to share that.
Yeah, I did. October the 28th. His name is Noah Samuel Towler Burkett. I mean, Noah Samuel Burkett Towler, excuse me. And Ingrid had a set of twins here recently, maybe 5 months ago? And they're here. They just got here a few minutes ago. Any other births this year? Janie?
My daughter Brandy had a little boy, Cassius Cohen Myers.
Awesome.
That's a mouthful.
Anyone else?
Marriages?
Pardon?
Marriages in the family?
Yeah, any marriages in the family?
Our son, Michael,
Cold chills.
doesn't talk much.
Brad and Bambi.
There we go. Well, congratulations. On people that are sick that we need to remember in the way of flowers or anything like that,
Barb and Julie's in the hospital.
Barb and Julie?
Yeah. Well, no, Barb's not in the hospital. I'm sorry. She's at home, but not very well
Okay.
at all.
Anybody else?
Bobby Gerke.
Okay. We remember Bobby, of course. Anybody else? Yeah, my mother's in the neighborhood nursing facility. That's on the map if anybody wants to get by and see her. I hope it'll cheer her up if you do. I'm sure we saw her yesterday, Lowell and Betty and I. And after she cleared the fog, she knew us all. So it was kind of nice. Anybody else? I've always had Randy stand beside me these 3 years I've done this, or 2 years, because I mean, I just still don't know what I'm doing. But I appreciate you, Randy. I really do. Randy's been the glue. Randy and Patty and their family have really been the glue that's held this reunion together. And I really take my hat off to them, and I appreciate it, even though so many years we couldn't be there. Okay, I'm accepting, before the White Elephant sale, I make a motion we close the building, the meeting.
Hold on.
Oh, Lord.
Sue said something about there was a auction cabinet total. I don't know what it is, but she's supposed to tell you what it is.
A what?
Last year, what the auction raised. It says the auction raised $289.50, which currently leaves $538 in the treasury.
Okay.
So, that's all she, and 32 people attended last year.
Okay.
So,
Hey, Barry,
Yes.
I've got a question. You know, before the year that Robbie catered it and the year that Andy catered it, they were paid so much towards their expenses. So
Yeah.
are
We've accepted up to that amount out of the reunion funds, okay?
So that has already been deducted
Yeah.
from this total?
We,
Okay.
so deduct $100 from that total.
Okay.
deduct 100 from that total?
Well, I don't know. We've taken $100 of the reunion funds because that's what was spent in the past
Okay.
for this function.
I think you ought to be in charge of entertainment next year too.
Well, I think we can all hold our own just as a group, can't we? Entertain each other.
I don't know.
Did everybody sign the register and update their addresses and all that stuff? If you didn't do that, we really need that information. Okay, and if you can do that over there with Lee. And I'm still ready to close this meeting and get on with the White Elephant sale. But Lowell, what you got?
Did we get a head count yesterday or today?
Everybody's signed
There was
in.
102 yesterday, and we counted 85 today.
Wow.
Okay. Lee, what you got?
Expect to see y'all next year.
You got what?
Last night, you put out a logbook for people to sign when they came in.
Well, your mother did, but
Okay, that's what I was reminding you of.
okay, yeah, that's what's part of the registration, getting the name tags.
Okay.
Anything else?
Closure.
Can we close the meeting? How about a motion?
I make a motion that it's closed.
Is everybody in favor?
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, let's get on with the White Elephant sale. We got our auctioneer here.
Andy, you gonna help me?
Well, I guess.
Well, now you gotta, this keep keeping track of who's buying and money.
Brandy.
No, let's.
You. Why don't you do it?
Joe's gonna help me.
Okay.
Joe. Do we want to make sure the kids get around here before we get rid of their stuff? Because there's only like 3 of them sitting here.
Well, I gotta get the money, don't I?
Yeah.
While we're getting the kids around here, we'll give out the gifts that we have for the person that traveled the farthest, the youngest, the oldest in the Burkett family, and then the oldest period.
Oh, I'm not.
Somebody's using.
Well, they're not getting another one.
We're gonna give the gift for the youngest first.
Check.
Is Ingrid and Scott here? While we're trying to find who we think's the youngest, we'll give the one for the person that traveled the greatest distance.
Yeah, Mama Heath.
Is Mama Heath, Grandpa?
Yeah, did anybody come farther than El Salvador?
Give it to Mama Heath.
You come get it and take it to her, okay?
She's over there, Dad.
And that, for those of you who don't know who Mama Henia is, that's Myrna's mother. She's sitting over there on the porch, and she's from El Salvador. This is for the oldest person in the Burkett family, I think is what they told me. So that's got to be Aunt Marilyn. Someone want to pick this up for Aunt Marilyn?